1896, the founder of Zionism, Theodor Herzl, demands in his manifesto a strictly Jewish state in Palestine. After years of lobbying, the British Foreign Minister Balfour promises on 2nd of November 1917 that there will be a home for the Jews in Palestine. At that moment, the area is still a part of the Ottoman Empire. When the Ottoman Empire collapses after World War I and Palestine falls into British hands, the immigration of the Jews really begins. After World War II, the tensions in Palestine only increase. Great Britain can no longer control the situation and announces her retreat from the region. The secret Zionist armies promote terror, and the British pull out on the 14th of May 1948. On the same day, Ben-Gurion announces in Tel Aviv the existence of the Jewish state of Israel. The surrounding Arab countries and the Palestinians take this as a declaration of war. In the following conflict, the Arab states, who became recently independent, are no match for the modern and well-armed Jewish militias. By the time a truce begins in 1949, Israel has conquered 78% of historic Palestine. After 20 years of occupation, the Intifada breaks out in the occupied territories, the Palestinian Stone Revolt. For years, confrontations take place continuously between heavily armed Israeli soldiers and stone-throwing Palestinian adolescents. The Intifada ends in 1993, when the so-called peace agreement of Oslo is signed.
Today, with all our hearts and all our souls, we bid them shalom, salam, peace.
When Sharon provokes the Palestinians by visiting Mount Temple on 29th of September 2000, surrounded by 1,000 police and soldiers, the second Al-Aqsa Intifada breaks out. The construction of the apartheid wall gives Israel the opportunity to grab large slices of Palestinian lands and to cut off 274,000 Palestinians in enclaves. As a result, their restriction of movement is reduced to a few kilometers. Today, the military occupation of the Palestinian territories continues unabated.
Just a little bit more than an hour ago, the Israelis bombed the central fruit market in Gaza City, and we had a mass influx of about 50 injured and between 10 and 15 killed.
Are your hospitals reaching capacity? Can you deal with these people?
We have been doing surgery around the clock. I just talked to one of my colleagues in the ICU who has not been sleeping for 3 days, and the hospital is completely overcrowded. We are running 6-7 ORs, and there are injuries you just don't want to see in this world. Children coming in with open abdomens and legs cut off.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان
hope I can communicate our message with you in a simple way. You know, we don't have friends in the large outlets, so always it's not our real community message which comes out. It's basically a message coming out from the mainstream media. So this is why really I take it so serious that you are here, and hoping, you know, that you just talk the reality. You don't have to exaggerate, or just talk about it to your friends and your immediate community.
Six years ago, when we were talking about restrictions on movement, we were primarily talking about restrictions on movement between the West Bank and Israel. Now, when we're talking about restrictions on movement, it's within the West Bank itself. I mean, the situation has deteriorated to such a degree that movement within the West Bank itself has become next to impossible. Most basic right that people need to get to schools, to get to their agricultural lands, to get to hospitals, to visit family members. I mean, it affects everything.
See what a big difference now. Because I'm Palestinian, I am not allowed to drive from here. But if you see any Jewish car now, he allowed to pass from here. If this one is Jewish, he allowed to go inside.
And they explain why?
Wow. Because I'm Palestinian, this is Jewish.
In the course of the 1948, 800,000 Palestinians were evicted from their homes, properties, businesses, gardens, transformed into scattered groups of refugees. And where are these people living now? They are majorly fragmented in 5 major areas: West Bank, Gaza, Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria, elsewhere in the world. For us, this is the Nakba. You know, it's 60 years right now. The Nakba, we call it the root causes of the conflict. It meant for us a destruction of our civilization, a destruction of our people, from being very prosperous people to people seeking humanitarian aid. We were not existing for the Zionists.
Making all these diplomats happy, they run from one country to another, meeting each other and smiling to cameras like Solana did yesterday. And nothing happens. No, actually not nothing happens. Things get worse, at least for the Palestinian people.
It reminds me in Paris, 1 year after Oslo, they were in the UNESCO offices, a conference on the peace process here. And the moderator wanted to be nice, and I think he's a nice guy, but he said, "I wish you a lasting peace process." So really his wish became true, you know, we have a lasting peace process without peace, without rights. So this is why we started as a community organization to work on the agenda of the refugees. Basically, we are speaking about basic rights, people's rights.
This settlement, they can see Jordan. I think they can see inside Amman from here.
Yeah.
So here, settlement here, Palestinian village, Palestinian village, Palestinian village. Here it was, there is gate. So when they want to punish 1, 2, 3 villages, just they close this gate. And that's it, it's finished. And they don't allow to anyone to go Nablus or something. So the people was suffering because they must come from the beginning of the camp, walking until this village, carry sugar, carry food, carry anything. They are walking in the valley to be in this village. This is my house.
There are, on average, again, 592 physical obstacles to movement. Those could take the form of a mound of dirt, boulders, concrete gates. Again, not official checkpoints, not flying checkpoints, but physical obstacles to movement that prevent access to different areas, to roadways, to villages. In addition to that, there are 430 kilometers of roadway that are restricted in some way to Palestinian travel. Of the 430 kilometers, 137 are completely prohibited.
I will show it to you now. How is it now to make the tour around?
And in addition to that, you have the separation barrier, which is 720 kilometers long, 60% of which has been constructed to date approximately. There are 66 gates in the separation barrier that are meant to be opened on a regular basis that are far from regularly opened, and there's a very cumbersome permit system for Palestinians to move from one side of the separation barrier to the other.
You see the buses where they're moving? Yeah. I need to be if they let me to pass, I need to pass from there. Both of the sides is Palestinian. The people in the second side, they are carrying West Bank IDs, and this is the people that are carrying Jerusalem IDs. Yeah. West Bank ID is not allowed to come to Jerusalem. Just through the Israeli army, and the army, they need to give him a permit to pass the checkpoints. In case they catch him, he will stay in the jail a long time. The first time they will be kicked him outside, just he need to pay rapport. The second time rapport, and the third time is the jail. It's completely different from us. If they catch any West Bank in our cars without permit, we will be took to the jail for 1 month. They took our car for 1 month, and we need to pay 5,000 shekel each time they catching us. If they catch us with us West Bank without permit 3 times, they took in our car. They can take it and sell it.
If we look to the right more over there, we can see below. It's one of the biggest settlements in East Jerusalem, and we can see the connection between the rate of the wall and the settlement here.
This is the extra wall now.
Yeah.
In the front of us. They make between the 2 walls because this area is the factories, and this area belong to the Jews. They make factories here. And like this, they will not lose this area. They make wall, and then is wall, and then after these mountains, we have another wall. It's pieces, you know, the wall is coming by pieces in this area.
The wall, it will be very close to the settlements of East Jerusalem. So they want to keep a land, they don't want the population of Jerusalem, but they want the land. I am living in occupied zone. I'm not inside Israel, for there is Arabs inside Israel, which they consider themselves as Israelis. Arab, Palestinians, Arab, Israelis. Arab Israelis. But East Jerusalem, it's a Palestinian city. It's according to all the laws.
In the front of us, this area is calling Iran. In the second side, before it's open, you know, check 1 second, the people, they can't travel. Now they can't travel between the 2 villages, just if they're making big tour through Ramallah. And this gate is need to be open, because people can travel between here and inside, but it will be closed. Give them 1 month, so it will be completely closed.
This is the settlement, which is right new, and it's uninhabited yet.
When is it?
Built? Before 1 year they started building. Yeah, it's 1 year only. Here we can see the wall, and the plan is to bring down the wall here to the valley, and then up, and to continue to the south of Jerusalem. The fence which we see now here, It's a temporary solution because the case of Sheikh Saad is still in the court and they didn't decide completely how to build the wall here. Here inside the Sheikh Saad, there is more than 4,000 Palestinians living in this small place. They are completely stuck here. They are completely closed here. It's just for fun.
ما شفت لا المهدان ويا شوفير القمرة تمشي شرج المحاسن وقاضي بضرب العشرة ما شفت لا المهدان ويا شوفير القمرة تمشي شرج المحاسن وقاضي بضرب العشرة
ما شفت لا المهدان ويا شوفير القمرة تمشي شرج
There is a very serious major strategic impasse today. The official world is silent about the Israeli behavior. That's exactly what Israel wants. What we witness on the ground is the transformation of occupation into a very severe apartheid system.
If Israel were to finish its occupation tomorrow and withdraw, it will continue to be an apartheid state because it treats non-Jews differently than it treats Jews. It's much more sophisticated, much more nuanced than the South African apartheid. It's an evolved version.
You see what the soldiers are doing here?
Yeah?
They're making flight checkpoint.
They're making what?
Flying.
Flight checkpoint. This is means what flight checkpoint. They make checkpoint and the people, they need to stack hours here. If they are tough soldiers, it will be hours taking. And it's happened before and with me too. And I stuck a few hours here just because I want to pass this checkpoint. Three soldiers. Three soldiers, they are controlling all Hebrew. Here, three soldiers, 1, 2, 3. They're coming from the tower and they're closing all.
And he's just standing there.
Yes, you see them. They don't do anything. Look. Three soldiers. Like you don't have nothing to do. Look.
The third and most important, most substantial form of oppression, of Israeli oppression, is the denial of refugee rights. Every refugee has a right to return to its homes. Israel is treated as a European country, and it violates EU laws. EU has certain clauses for human rights, which Israel is violating every one of them. But nobody bothers to hold Israel to account.
No, don't film Dominique.
So now you are in Darna Center. Darna Center is established in 2005, and as you see in NASCAR, we continue to work here. And this center is the organization's house. So here we have 12 organizations inside the center. We work together, and we have 85 organizations whom in our network. Our internal services is library. We have computer lab. We have music.
B'Tselem was founded in 1989 at the beginning of the first Intifada. The idea behind B'Tselem was to document human rights abuses in the occupied territories with the idea that rights violations would stop.
ما بديش اسكر الباب. نشافت بابا كلوف. شو دخلت؟ ليش عندها بدي؟ ما بدي ادخل البيت. ليش يعني بدي؟ واو! اتصلي بالشرطة. شو جابك انت على هالصبح الله يجيبك؟ شو بتعمل؟ لحالك شرطة. لحالك. روحي تكلمي. ديري بالك انت ما تجيش هون. بدنا نطلع من برات البيت، انت ما قلتليش عنا. اتركيها. مش عارفه شو بتعمل يا خيال.
Probably can imagine we're a very controversial organization. We're quite visible and vocal in terms of challenging the government. Our work begins with a team of 10, 11 now field researchers who are based throughout the West Bank and Gaza. Now, as opposed to 20 years ago, they are also equipped with and trained in the use of video and still cameras. They collect testimonies from victims of human rights violations or anybody who has eyewitnessed a violation taking place.
ابو عائشه
شريف هيو تحت الولد اجيب الولد شو اسكت والولد تحت شو كيف اسكت واخر تحت بده يجي على البيت شو اخليه تحت ينام بالشارع عشان يسكتوا.
Those testimonies come into the office. Mayan is part of the team that checks those testimonies, verifies the information contained in the testimonies, tries to find substantiating information either from the military or the police or from media reports, or sometimes two independently collected testimonies can corroborate each other. The footage has become extremely useful in prompting the opening of investigations. It's very rare that the military will open investigations, the military or police will open investigations where security personnel have abused or certainly in situations of fatalities, Palestinians. It has been in the last 6 months, there have been 3 or 4 investigations that have been opened simply because we have film footage documenting the incident that happened. I mean, it's very clear to us that had we not had that footage, that very little action would have been taken. All of our footage is, I mean, most of it also we put on YouTube and other websites throughout the world here in Israel and internationally.
حياك الله وكنت لهم نطفوهم ديروا بالكم ما تجوش منظفات قال لي لا بدنا ننظفهم.
ربكم أعلم بكم إن يشأ يرحمكم أو إن يشأ يعذبكم وما أرسلناك عليهم وكيلا وربك أعلم بما في السماوات والأرض ولقد فضلنا بعض النبيين على بعض الذين زعمتم من دونه لا ولا تحملنا أولئك الذين
That is the only policeman he can do it.
Big percentage of American don't know who is the foreign minister of America, you know, which is, I'm sure that all of the Palestinians know who is he or who is she, you know. It's, I think they know about America more than Americans. They know about the American government or American policy more than American themselves, because they watch news every day. Like something they're getting too much. Like my father, in the morning, in the evening, when he eat, when he sleep, watching news. I mean, this is too much.
Media is very important. Media is problematic because you see people get their information from the media, and the media never shows or does not show enough reality. Even when they are obliged to, they show glimpses of reality, but then within the context of the Israeli narrative. Whenever Palestinians do any non-violent actions, you don't see them. When you have one military action, it gets shown and it's inflated and enlarged and increased. Although most of the military, of course, if military actions happen from Palestinians, but if they happen from Israelis, you don't see also much of that. So the impression that was created was distorted, as if Palestinians are violent people and Israelis are peaceful people.
If convincing doesn't work, let's use the stick. And that is working very well for them. It's extremely effective.
They shot a boy who was 10 years old. They used these metallic bullets, which they call rubber bullets, and they killed with it another guy who had 2 of these bullets inside the brain. And the third one, he lost his eye because they shot him from a range of 1 meter inside his house.
حقيقة يعني هناك إرهاب كبير يمارس ضد هذا الشعب الفلسطيني.
Really, what we see, the Israeli do violent against our people, against Palestinians.
وأقل الأمور يمكن أن تعبر عن هذا الإرهاب استهدافهم لأطفال كالطفل أحمد حسام ابن 10 سنوات ابن علين.
As we talking before, and as you'll see, the one of example as when they killed Ayman, Ahmed, the children, Ahmed Hassan is from the village, he's 10 years old.
The Israeli arrested him. After his arrest, took it into to prison. The captain for the, not the soldier, the captain for him is put in here because the soldier shot Robert in the
بكوخنا يبني بهالكوخ الفقير.
or 400 houses were like got bullets or rockets, so they had to renovate it again. So you're gonna see the whole building in the lower part of the camp. When you go in the camp, so you're gonna see the whole buildings are new. Like if I show you a picture of this, you cannot recognize that this is refugee camp. Roads, trees, white houses, something changed here. In 2002, if you stand here, you can see the whole area around. It's all raised. For the martyrs.
This is for the martyrs.
And it says something. There's sun, the bird, woman with the Kalashnikov, and there's a rope. Each one says something. Freedom, tomorrow, woman, fight, and homeland. And this cemetery here is not like this. All of them were burned or boiled like in this area together. The big hole, and they put them together because they have no time. Yeah. But later, they had to do this because the families want to feel much better to communicate with their son. Yeah. But all of them are everywhere, and all of them are pieces, you know.
ثلاث شواكة كيلو تفاح.
يا حبيبي. في باربعة. وين منه؟
الو. وينك يا رشيد؟
وماكلك يا وعنكم.
هذا مثل دمار جهنم. شو اسم العمارة اللي هناك؟
Every day you do it. All the fixed houses is Jewish here. There are settlers too. It's It's not easy for Palestinians to fix their homes here.
Hello, my friend. How are you? Good to see you.
Israel is in the Middle East, and it's among Arab communities. You cannot continue to demand to be part of Europe and physically live in the Middle East. You will always remain a minority, and the best way to think about how to safeguard people's lives and security and prosperity is to be a normal, not a militarized society based on fear.
In 2002, the Israelis felt rocket, and we will go to the place where they felt the rocket, and we have 15 injured, and we put them here because we don't have any place to send them because we was under the siege, and they stay 3 days here after many calling with Norway, with Sweden, with the people, with the political people, until the ambulances come here. We lost 5 in 1 minute from this rocket, and I will show you where we put them. Here we put our 5 in the kindergarten because we don't have a place to put them. So we don't have cemetery inside the camp, and it was around the sea, so we put them here in this kindergarten, and we take part from the kindergarten and we put them here. Anyway, 4 of them are from my friend, and I am very sad now when I'm speaking about them for you. The point is that Osama, he is one go after 3 months when they die. He go to Netanya and he start to shoot at the Israelis. He killed, I think, 6 or 7 Israelis. You know why? Because he see what's happened for this. Look, they are. So that's what I say. Yes. Believe me, I don't like, again, and I don't want you to understand that I like to see the people are. I don't dream to kill Israelis. But I like the people that they must understand that's the occupation, the violence, all of this. So they make these guys to do this.
مجدي كل التصوير عطى
وتروح ماشي
cameras, you have photos, you can show this, and when the others know about the facts, they support us and they come especially to be with us in the action.
This is Osama school in the old city. It was a Palestinian school, then the Israelis confiscated and they start building a new school here in the middle of all the Palestinian city.
We can see the empty houses for the Palestinian and the settlers. This is for like Knesset, Yeshiva, for studies. All this building for the settlers to come to study in it. And all these houses is completely empty. They are not allowed to fix it.
Then they blocked all the entrance to the old market like this from all the entrance. All these road goes to the Palestinian shop and the Palestinian area. They block it from everywhere. Here there is 400 settlers living in the middle of 40,000 Palestinians. And because of these 400 settlers, they are very aggressive. There was 7,000 Israeli soldiers to protect them. You will see that by your eyes. And they make the life of all these people is miserable, under curfew always. There is the children, the settlers' children, the girls, everyone attack you, even if you are old, if you are young. They are very aggressive. And also the same, the students, when they're going to the school, they check them. When they go coming back, they have to check them.
You will see the biggest key in the world.
biggest key.
Here.
They're in the Guinness Book of Records.
Here in the front of us.
They will see it, I know.
I will come walking and you will see it.
Yeah, it's the symbol of the
This is the names of the camps in Arabic and in English. كلهم؟ لا.
الوحدة بتيجي How are you?
Is that Mohammed? Yes. Is that my student?
A group of young men who were friends during the first Intifada thought that when they were young, they didn't have any opportunity in school or in the camp where they can paint or dance or any such activity. They didn't have anybody to look after them. So they wanted to look after the children in the camp so that they will grow up in a safe environment and we can use their talents to make a better future.
مرحبا.
We started with a group of girls and we made a small singing group in which we had our own music and our own poetry and we made songs tell the story of Palestinians, the story of refugees and the story of the children themselves inside the camp.
أنا بنت فلسطينية عمري 17 سنة اسمي ليندا العزم لاجئة من قرية الجبين قضى الخليل واللي بتمتد أراضيها بين الجبال والساحل الطريق بين الخليل وغزة بسكن في مخيم العزم واحد من المخيمات في بيت لحم مدينة المهد والسلام وكان عمره 5 سنين انبهر في البلد ليش ما نرجع على البلد لأنها حلوة وواسعة ولأنها أرضنا فجاوبته ستي إنه الإسرائيليين دمروا القرية ودمروا البيوت.
The Jews themselves, they need to be in the army. Just the Orthodox Jews, they are not going to the army.
Oh yeah.
And the others, they need to go.
Yeah, also the settlers.
Also the settlers.
You know, the Jewish heritage is not in the coastal area of historic Palestine. I mean, it's not in Acre, Haifa, Jaffa, Tel Aviv. Never been. The ruins of the Jews and the history of the Jews is here. It's in Hebron, the Abraham Mosque, or the Mecca Villa. It's in Bethlehem, Rachel. It's in Jerusalem East. Pay attention, Jerusalem East, not Jerusalem West. So can you imagine somebody demanding to build a Jewish state on non-Jewish history and ruins and culture? Please think about it to see the myth of the Zionist project here as a colonial project, not as a Jewish project. unfortunately, is not towards a progressive change. It's towards fundamentalism change, We should enjoy sometime a recognition of our great ability to be the solution. We Palestinians will not accept that the Jewish Israelis be kicked out or live out where they are living, because you don't want them in Europe. Believe me, you don't want them, even if you want to be smart enough to convince me. But we want them here. This is a chemistry of our society, and we want to have this beautiful chemistry continuing to be.
بعد ما طبشوا اسمع
انا جت حاجه
الجمعه كنا ساعتين احنا قدام ايش تلفون ضربتني كان بتردش علي انا خطه بتردش